Unlike the first pregnancy, when Mary Carolyn came out, they didn't give her to me. But after a little while, the nurse came to me and said, "Hey, have you talked to the doctor yet?" And I said, "No, I haven't." And I didn't think too much of it. And then a couple minutes later, she came back. She said, "Mr. Thompson, have you talked to the doctor yet?" I said, "No, I'll catch up with him in a minute." And she said, "You need to talk to him right now." So I got up kind of nervous and started walking. Fortunately, the doctor was there and he met me there and he put his arm around me. He said, "Mr. Thompson, I hate to tell you this, but there's something going on with your daughter and we're not sure what it is, but if we don't get her to Columbia by 11:30, then she might not make it." I started thinking about things. And I looked up to God and I told him, I said, "If you need my daughter, if you need Mary Carolyn, you can have her, you can take her. But if you don't need her now, and you..."
It's gonna be crying the whole time.
"If you leave her with us, Lynn and I will love her and we'll take care of her. We'll do the best job we can."
I'm Mary Carolyn Thompson, or also known as MC Thompson. You know, I don't really have a job right now. I'm not really, I'm not really socializing with other people. I'm at home mostly.
Part of the reason MC's at home is because she graduated high school with an occupational diploma. It's not a standard high school diploma, and it's not quite a GED. She's been working in vocational rehab, but that hasn't always worked out.
The vocational rehab, we thought it'd be a good fit for me, but it was a bunch of actual balance and manual labor, and with cerebral palsy you can't really hold balance very well, and the reason we stopped that program was because they had me working on pallet, moving crate type things, and I slipped off one of them and got hurt.
MC has many obstacles due to the cerebral palsy. It's affected how she walks, her vision, as well as her short-term memory.
The way my memory works, I maintain stuff from the past, and it's real easy for me to remember, and like birthdays, last names, and stuff like that, but it's not just certain things. I can't maintain it because of, I think it's because of my cerebral palsy, the way it affected my memory loss. I mean, I maintain things like last names, birthdays, authors' names from books, but what I have for breakfast, I can't tell you. What I do yesterday, I can't tell you. I would love to, but I can't.
Also with the memory, sometimes she doesn't remember to take her medication for her epilepsy.
Yeah.
And that's obviously very important.
I take medicine twice a day.
When?
Around 6 and 7 in the morning and 6 and 7 at night.
Epilepsy came out when she was in first grade. She had an episode at school, and we went and picked her up, and the nurse asked us if she ever had seizures, and we said no.
Having seizures, they're scary. I mean, I get all tingly, and the room moves, and it turns all Alice in Wonderland colors.
Her brain becomes overloaded with too much information to process, and her body just shuts down. When it shuts down, it causes a physical reaction.
When I'm actually in the seizure, I'm thinking, oh Lord, am I going to make it through this one, or is God going to send me up today, or what's going on?
On top of all her physical problems, MC lives her life with the stigma of being special.
I really don't see us any different than anybody else. I mean, when you say special, it makes me feel like I'm an outsider from everybody else. Like I'm different, and I'm not. I live with a disability, but you shouldn't label anybody. Make it sound like we're cans of soup or something.
Although these conditions have affected her life, they do no justice in defining who she is. Like most 20-year-olds, MC is looking for purpose.
I don't care what I do as long as I'm not miserable doing it. I mean, I went through school and I hated that, so I don't want to be miserable doing a job I have to get up for every morning. I mean, I'd love to live on my own, I really would, but I don't know if it's realistic or not.
All right, stop. This is what we're here to figure out. Whether MC can be independent or not. I'm Joey, the oldest brother of the family and one of MC's best friends since she was born. Over the years, I've watched my sister look for happiness while constantly being judged for her multiple conditions, none of which she chose to have. It's not like she woke up in the morning and said, "Please, God, make sure part of my brain doesn't function correctly," or, "I sure would love to do rehab for my back surgery today." Even with all her problems, she still attacks the world with resilience, and now I feel obligated to help her find direction for her life.
I would like to know what I want to do with my life, but right now I don't know what I want to do.
And this is part of the problem. My sister has so much to offer the world, yet she's stuck at home during some of the best years of her life. It doesn't seem fair. She's great with children, always connects with the elderly, and has a great sense of humor.
Number one, I always tell her, you need to be a stand-up comic, because she just comes out with the funniest things, and she can just sum up a situation and come out with a comment and just nail it, hit it just right.
What the hell is that? Fabio, get the little dude on tape. Holy hell. See, that's a job I would not want. Sit in a Subway sandwich and get hot when it's already hot. I really wish I was just, like memory-wise and everything, I just wish I was able to be someday be a college graduate, someday, do something that, it's gonna mean something to, so I could kind of figure out more where I'm supposed to be in life. I'd like to visit college because I'd like to see if there's something more I could do with my life, or just to find out that, if it does or does not work, at least I'll know. And if it doesn't, at least I tried it, and at least that just means go with something else. And if it does work, great.
And when I heard that, I knew it was time to bring MC to visit me at the University of South Carolina. She has this perception of what college is and what it can do for her, but yet she's never been. I'm not saying college is in her near future or even appropriate for her personal journey, but I think she should have the opportunity to experience it firsthand. I can show her what the independent life is like, take a tour of the campus, maybe even do something with the college crowd.
So that was the first night. We just did all our events, and I think we're going to go home and sleep because tomorrow's a big day. You looking forward to tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
So it is 7 o'clock the next morning. Mary Carolyn is already up, and Adam getting ready for her day. Have you taken your medicine yet?
No.
Don't you think you want to do that real quick?
Yeah, probably.
Where's your medicine?
Is it in my bag? It might be in my bag.
Where's it at home?
Around the kitchen sink on the counter.
What are we going to do today, our big day?
You were gonna show me around campus?
Yeah. So we gotta do that. What are you about to do right now?
Go take a shower. Right now, we're just kind of hanging out until the rain stops, and we'll see what's going on later.
Is there anything you want to do here today?
I'm just glad to be away from home and spending time with you.
Why's that?
Because it's something different, it's something new, and it's just time for just me and you without everybody else and everything else going on nonstop.
Do you feel like there's more people here that are your age that you can relate to?
Yes. So the sun's coming out. We're about to go eat lunch, and then we'll take a tour on campus. Walking is not one of my strengths. I mean, I'm very fortunate and very glad. I am one of those fortunate CP kids that can walk and is not stuck in a daggum. I shouldn't have said that. It's not stuck in a wheelchair. Most people in my condition are. I would want to live in a co-ed dorm because it would have guys and girls, and I can make friends with guys a lot easier than I can make friends with girls. I just think I've been around guys for so long. It's just normal, you know, that's a normal person, normal environment, you know, something I can just kind of shoot and talk with, and, you know, I can just talk and not have to go on about, you know, how girls like to talk about shopping and makeup and that kind of, I don't care about makeup, I don't care about shopping. I'm not, my mind doesn't think like, oh, you can get half price off a pair of daggum shoes. Here's a theory, just go buy the dang shoes and get out. I don't like a lot of loud noise, and if I hear so much noise going on, I space out and everything. It doesn't, it's like I'm speaking English, they're speaking French. For me to get to college, I would have to get my GED. I'd have to make sure the place was right for me. I'd have to make sure that I didn't get put in a classroom that's overwhelming, or that I really couldn't do the work. I'd have to make sure it's right for my particular set of learning.
Is one of the main reasons you'd want to go to college to meet people your own age?
That is one of the main reasons, but the main reason I want to see if I can make it, if I could really do something, if I could do something more than a GED. I mean, GED would be great for a high school diploma, but if I could get even higher, why not go for it? Why lower my standards if I had a chance?
What do you think you'd major in?
Something where I'd be helping special needs, maybe an assistant, maybe a speech therapist, maybe I'd learn how to read and speak sign language, so I could read Braille, so I could help the blind and I want to get a career that's going to help more than just me. I want to know I can help others and leave with a good feeling at the end of the day. Just knowing that I helped somebody is what gives me my good feelings. I'll miss this experience because it was something new, it was something exciting, it was something I really enjoyed doing. I got to spend some time with my brother, just me and him, without everybody else around us. And I'd just like to one day maybe come back and see if there is something I could do, just to see for sure. Would this be where I would be fit best, or do I need to go down a different path? Walk a day in my shoes. Put up with all the junk I have to. Let's see how you would feel. I would rather eat oatmeal. I don't want you to act jerky or feel sorry for me. I want to fit in. Just give me a chance and get to know the real me.
Say something to your mom and dad.
I love you, Mom and Dad.